my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift to me. Oh, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Oh, vision is his gift to us. So God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Thank you all so much for joining me in studying A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace publication, A Course in Miracles, and we're ready for lesson 42, which is here on Sunday, February the 11th of 2024. And I'm Miracle Willie, forgiveness teacher from the Ozarks. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Yeah, and why would if God is your strength and vision is his gift, what does vision give you? Well, vision allows you to see the way the Holy Spirit sees. Well, that makes you a little wiser than when you're not looking through the eyes of vision. So you can actually be more helpful. You don't have to fight against yourself in this world. Before we get into reading the lesson, though, God is my strength, vision is his gift. Let's go back and look at our text reading, and let's finish what we were reading yesterday, which is in the Lessons of Love, chapter 6, the message of the crucifixion. And we read paragraph 8, but let's read it again. I'm sorry when my brothers do not share my decision to hear only one voice. That's what brings vision. Because it weakens them as teachers and as learners. Yet I know they cannot really betray themselves or me, and that it is still on them that I must build my church. Of course, that's referring to Matthew 16, verse 18 we spoke about yesterday. Upon this church I will, upon you, he was talking to Peter, upon you I'll build my church. And what we understand is that we're the disciples that he builds his church on. What are altars? Remember? They're devotions. So we want our devotion to be to God, to love, to the oneness of all of our brothers and sisters. There is no choice in this, because only you can be the foundation of God's church. A church is where an altar is, and the presence of the altar is what makes the church holy. A church that does not inspire love has a hidden altar that is not serving the purpose for which God intended it. I must found his church on you, because those who accept me as a model are literally my disciples. Disciples are followers, and if the model they follow has chosen to save them pain in all respects, they are unwise not to follow him. Paragraph 9. I elected for your sake and mine to demonstrate that the most outrageous assault, as judged by the ego, does not matter. As the world judges these things, but not as God knows them, I was betrayed, abandoned, beaten, torn, and finally killed. It was clear that this was only because of the projection of others onto me, since I had not harmed anyone and had healed many. That's a very clear example right there of where we can infer very clearly that Jesus is the author of this book. We are still equal as learners, although we do not need to have equal experiences. The Holy Spirit is glad when you can learn from mine and be reawakened by them. That is their only purpose. And that is the only way in which I can be perceived as the way, the truth, and the life. And there he's quoting something that he said back in John chapter 14, verse 6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. And he's referring to, every one of us is the way, the truth, and the life. And that's the way to the Father, is through our brothers. When you hear only one voice, you are never called on to sacrifice. On the contrary, by being able to hear the Holy Spirit in others, you can learn from their experiences and can gain from them without experiencing them directly yourself. That is because the Holy Spirit is one, and anyone who listens is inevitably led to demonstrate his way for all. 11. You are not persecuted, nor was I. You are not asked to repeat my experiences because the Holy Spirit, whom we share, makes this unnecessary. To use my experiences constructively, however, you must still follow my example in how to perceive them. My brothers and yours are constantly engaged in justifying the unjustifiable. My one lesson, which I must teach as I learned it, is that no perception that is out of accord with the judgment of the Holy Spirit can be justified. I undertook to show this was true in an extreme case, merely because it would serve as a good teaching aid to those whose temptation to give in to anger and assault would not be so extreme. I will with God that none of his sons should suffer. I will with God that none of his sons should suffer. Paragraph 12. The crucifixion cannot be shared because it is the symbol of projection. But the resurrection is the symbol of sharing because the reawakening of every son of God is necessary to enable the sonship to know its wholeness. Only this is knowledge. Let's read that again. The crucifixion cannot be shared because it is the symbol of projection. But the resurrection is the symbol of sharing because the reawakening of every son of God is necessary to enable the sonship to know its wholeness. Only this is knowledge. Paragraph 13. The message of the crucifixion is perfectly clear. Teach only love, for that is what you are. Teach only love, for that is what you are. And we'll include that in our song at the end. That's something to keep with you. Teach only love, for that is what you are. I remember when I first realized that I was a love being. It was quite a startling revelation, a happy one. Paragraph 14. If you interpret the crucifixion in any other way other than teach only love, for that is what you are using it as a weapon for assault rather than as the call for peace for which it was intended. The apostles often misunderstood it, and for the same reason that anyone misunderstands it. Their own imperfect love made them vulnerable to projection, and out of their own fear they spoke of the wrath of God as his retaliatory weapon. Nor could they speak of the crucifixion entirely without anger, because their sense of guilt had made them angry. Paragraph 15. These are some of the examples of upside-down thinking in the New Testament, although its gospel is really only the message of love. If the apostles had not felt guilty, they never could have quoted me as saying, I come not to bring peace, but a sword. And that was out of Matthew chapter 10, verse 34 and through 36. This is clearly the opposite of everything I taught. Nor could they have described my reactions to Judas as they did, if they had really understood me. I could not have said, Betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss? Unless I believed in betrayal. And that's a quote out of Luke chapter 22, verse 48. The whole message of the crucifixion was simply that I did not believe in betrayal. Even persecution, I don't believe in it. I don't see it. I'm going to side with the Holy Spirit and see that everything's working out perfect, and that only in the illusion can there be some kind of death. But that's an illusion, is the point. The resurrection is what's real and what we can all share in. The whole message of the crucifixion was simply that I did not believe in or see myself as betrayed. The punishment, in quotes, because there's no real punishment, the punishment I was said to have called forth upon Judas was a similar mistake. Judas was my brother and a son of God, as much a part of the sonship as myself. Isn't that a nice way to look at it? Judas was as much a part of the sonship as Jesus. Was it likely that I would condemn him when I was ready to demonstrate that condemnation is impossible? 16. As you read the teachings of the apostles, remember that I told them myself that there was much that they would understand later, because they were not wholly ready to follow me at the time. And he said that in John chapter 15, verse 7. Pretty strong wind today. I do not want you to allow any fear to enter into the thought system toward which I am guiding you. I do not call for martyrs, but for teachers. I do not call for martyrs, but for teachers. No one is punished for sins, and the Son of God and the sons of God are not sinners. No one is punished for sins, and the sons of God are not sinners. Any concept of punishment involves the projection of blame and reinforces the idea that blame is justified. The result is a lesson in blame, for all behavior teaches the beliefs that motivate it. The crucifixion was the result of clearly opposed thought systems, the perfect symbol of the conflict between the ego and the Son of God. This conflict seems just as real now, and its lessons must be learned now as well as then. 17. I do not need gratitude, but you need to develop your weakened ability to be grateful, or you cannot appreciate God. He does not need your appreciation, but you do. You cannot love what you do not appreciate, for fear makes appreciation impossible. When you are afraid of what you are, you do not appreciate it and will therefore reject it. As a result, you will teach rejection. 18. The power of the sons of God is present all the time because they were created as creators. Their influence on each other is without limit and must be used for their joint salvation. Each one must learn to teach that all forms of rejection are meaningless. And I've got that sentence highlighted. Each one must learn to teach that all forms of rejection are meaningless. Can we do that? All forms of rejection are meaningless? That's a goal we can have set, huh? The separation is the notion of rejection. As long as you teach this, you will believe it. This is not as God thinks, and you must think as He thinks if you are to know Him again. That makes sense, doesn't it? That's not as God doesn't think that He's ever rejected or that we are rejected. And we need to learn to think the same way. Teach only love, for that is what we are. In the last paragraph, 19, finish this section. Remember that the Holy Spirit is the communication link between God the Father and His separated sons. If you will listen to His voice, you will know that you cannot either hurt or be hurt, and that many need your blessing to help them hear this for themselves. When you perceive only the need in them, when you perceive only this need in them, let's back up. If you will listen to the Holy Spirit's voice, you will know that you cannot either hurt or be hurt, and that many need your blessing to help them hear this for themselves. So you live your life and they'll get the blessing because they'll say, oh, I can do that too. When you perceive only this need in them and do not respond to any other, you will have learned of me and will be as eager to share your learning as I am. Jesus is eager to share His learning, and He wants us to be just as eager. Okay, well, let's go look now at in our workbook. God is my strength, vision is His gift. Before we go there, what is going on around the world today? It's Autism Sunday, also known as International Day of Prayer for Autism and Asperger's Syndrome. And you know, that is a an epidemic crisis that's on the rise. In 1960, there were only 1 in 2,500 children who were diagnosed with autism. In 2023, I looked it up, and it's 1 in 36. So that's a huge change. What's changed? Well, agricultural pesticides and herbicides may have a really big part. A lot of other chemicals that are getting into our bodies. Be Electrific Day, and that's in honor of Thomas Edison, who was born on this day in 1847. Be electrific. Don't cry over spilt milk, and that reminds me of a book by Richard Carlson, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Just love the title there. That's probably, if he didn't I haven't read the book myself, but I feel like that concept is what we all want to latch onto and realize what Jesus is trying to teach us, that even though people think I was being betrayed, I wasn't betrayed. I got exactly what I agreed to do with the Father, and it wasn't for punishment. Get Out Your Guitar Day. All right. Grandmother, and you guys, I put these chords in the description below so you guys can play the songs too if you'd like. They help you. Grandmother Achievement Day. International Day of Women and Girls in Science. National Make a Friend Day. National Shut-In Visitation Day. And World Day of Sickness, or World Day of the Sick. Yeah, go visit the sick. Peppermint Patty Day. My mom loved those peppermint patties. Pro Sports Wives Day. Promise Day. Satisfied Staying Single Day. White T-Shirt Day. And World Marriage Day. And then in Permaculture for Beginners by Carrie Mitchell in Chapter 2, The Climate and Regional Considerations, her next one is View. And she says you want in permaculture for everything to be beautiful, and for it to nestle in naturally with the natural world. So keep that in mind. View. And then out of edible landscaping, we have the Alapaha. Alapaha, is that how it pronounced? Let me make sure. Alapaha rabbit eye blueberry is vigorous and upright with narrow crowns, flowers relatively late, 7 to 10 days after climax, which helps avoid spring freeze damage, yet ripens quickly beginning about the same time as climax. Alapaha berries are medium in size and one of our sweetest berries. Berry color is medium dark blue with a small dry scar which contributes to good shelf life. Chilling requirement is estimated to be 450 to 500 hours. Recommended companion variety is Vernon, zones 7 through 9. And I think Vernon is a plant patented one. I didn't think the Alapaha was, though. Anyway, so there's and what is that? That is a Vaccinium ashy cross. So more than one ashy they used to make it. Okay, and how's our time? We're looking good on time, aren't we? Okay, well, let's read. God is my strength, vision is his gift. The idea for today combines two very powerful thoughts, both of major importance. It also sets forth a cause and effect relationship that explains why you cannot fail in your efforts to achieve the goal of the course. You will see because it is the will of God. It is his strength, not your own, that gives you power. And it is his gift rather than your own that offers vision to you. God is indeed your strength, and what he gives is truly given. This means that you can receive it anytime and anywhere, wherever you are and in whatever circumstances you find yourself. Your passage through time and space is not at random. You cannot be but in the right place at the right time. Take heart in that. Your passage through time and space is not at random. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are His gifts. We will have 2 3 to 5 minute practice periods today. One as soon as possible after you wake, and another as close as possible to the time you go to sleep. It is better, however, to wait until you can sit quietly by yourself at a time when you feel ready than it is to be concerned with the time as such. Begin these practice periods by repeating the idea for today slowly with your eyes open and looking about you. Then close your eyes and repeat the idea again, even slower than before. After this, try to think of nothing except thoughts that occur to you in relation to the idea for the day. You might think, for example, vision must be possible, God gives truly. Or God's gifts to me must be mine, because He gave them to me. Any thought that is clearly related to the idea for today is suitable. You may in fact be astonished at the amount of course-related understanding some of your thoughts contain. Let them come without censoring unless you find your mind is merely wandering and you have let obviously irrelevant thoughts intrude. You may also reach a point where no thoughts at all seem to come to mind. If such interferences occur, open your eyes and repeat the thought once more while looking slowly about. Close your eyes, repeat the idea once more, and then continue to look for related thoughts in your mind. So do you catch that? We're going to open our eyes, start by saying the lesson. God is my strength, vision is His gift. As you say it slowly and look around, then close your eyes and say it again even slower. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. And then he says, then continue to look for related thoughts in your mind. Remember, however, that active searching for relevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. So he says active searching is not searching for relevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. Active searching for relevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. Try merely to step back and let the thoughts come. Step back and let the thoughts come. Kind of like yesterday when we were told to go down and under, to leave the world. Matter of fact, I tried that yesterday in my meditation. My tooth was really hurting. And I found out that if I just would breathe through that and let it go, I could kind of drop out underneath the pain. I thought, well, I want to learn how to leave my body so I don't have to put up with this pain when it's, come back in it when the pain's gone. Or what we're calling pain. Really, I should probably be calling it sensation. Remember, however, that active searching for relevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. Try merely to step back and let the thoughts come. If you find this difficult, it is better to spend the practice period alternating between slow repetitions of the idea with eyes open, then with eyes closed, than it is to strain to find suitable thoughts. So don't strain to find them. Don't be doing it with your ego, with your mechanical mind. Just step back and let the thoughts come to you. Let the Holy Spirit give them to you. That way you will be vision when you finally get there. There is no limit on the number of short practice periods that would be beneficial today. The idea for the day is a beginning step in bringing thoughts together and teaching you that you are studying a unified thought system in which nothing is lacking that is needed and nothing is included that is contradictory or irrelevant. The more often you repeat the idea during the day, the more often you will be reminding yourself that the goal of the course is important to you and that you have not forgotten it. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. And you know what? Yesterday we did the word from the Abenaki Indians of the Lake Champlain area. And the word we used was, of course, this is hillbilly. I don't know for sure I'm pronouncing it right. Okikiamgooka, or Goloka, or Genoka. Man, I need to at least get my phonetics right. Okikiamgooka. There you go. Well, there was another word for peace in that language, and I want to say it too today. Kamignokawogan. Kamignokawogan. And like I said, I don't know if I've got it pronounced properly. If you know the proper pronunciation, be sure to send it to me. All right. Thank you so much for being here today. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. God is my strength. Vision is His gift to me. Oh, God is my strength. Vision is His gift. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. Vision must be possible. God gives truly. God's gifts to me must be mine because He gave them to me. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. His gift. Oh, God is my strength. My strength. Vision is His gift to me. Oh, God is my strength. Vision is His gift. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. Teach only love, for that is what you are. Teach only love, for that is what you are. Teach only love, for that is what you are. Teach only love, for that is what you are. Teach only love, for that is what you are. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. Teach only love, for that is what you are. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. 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 Kamignokawogan. Kamignokawogan. Hillbilly phonetics. Best I can without pronunciation guide. And it may be right, who knows. Kamignokawogan. I will put the word in the description below so maybe you can take a try at it, see if you think I'm saying it the way you would, or the way that our Abenaki brothers and sisters would. God is my strength. Vision is His gift.